Well, in our pursuit of the NFC South carousel, we go to the last team that came in dead last place last season at a 7-10 record, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. Last year they went 7-10, came last place. I mean, the NFC South last year was like wide open for the taking, and this year it's no different. I think it's open for the taking for anyone, just in general too. But this year, the Falcons went out, they got a lot of pieces they add to this defense, and this offense at least looks like it has solid talent around them. Let's talk about the offense first. You still have Drake London there, who's their solid number one receiver. I think Drake London's a solid number one, and he's going to be something good the second season in the NFL. Kyle Pitts is still a top 5 tight end in the league, of course, easily. Just got to keep sure he's healthy. If he's healthy, then he's good. Chris Lindstrom's also one of the best guards in the league as well. I think Chris Lindstrom's actually very underrated as a guard, and I think like this offensive line is actually very underrated for the Falcons. The whole question mark is going to be at quarterback with Desmond Ridder. Now, I know they drafted Bijan Robinson at running back. He's supposed to be a stud talent, but I'm not going to believe it until I see it yet. So I'm not going to talk that fondly about Robinson. But if he is the real deal, that's even another talent and another like offensive weapon for the Falcons going into the season. But again, like I said, Desmond Ridder is going to be the big question mark coming into this offensive side. If he can produce with this Falcons offense, this team might be money this season. They also have Tyler Heinicke as the backup just in case it does not work out for Desmond Ridder, and Tyler Heinicke is actually, I think, is a solid quarterback. He was solid with Washington last season and a few years before that, but we'll see what he does, what happens this year with Desmond Ridder, because Desmond Ridder is going to be the person that's going to make or break this Falcons team. On the defensive side of the ball, I said they built this defense, rebuilt it. They added Bud Dupree to their linebacking core. I believe they also, didn't they have this guy? They added AJ Terrell, I believe. Wait, no, they not. Who am I thinking of? They added someone else. No, Jesse Bates. They added Jesse Bates last season, I believe. And then they added also Jeff Okubo, who's also, I think, is a decent tight end, or I am all over the place. They added Bud Dupree on the linebacker spot, and then they add Jesse Bates in free safety, and also Jeff Okubo as a corner on the right end. On the left, they still have AJ Terrell, who's a decent cornerback as well, that they drafted a few years ago. This defense is looking really good. Then they still have Grady Garrett in the middle of the line. Actually, I think, does Grady Garrett play the middle, like the defensive tackle, or does he play right end? I think he plays right end. But then they go to the left end, and they add Calais Campbell as well. This defense has rebuilt from the ground up, and I personally like it. I think this defense is going to be a problem, and it's going to be a very underrated problem, because these players they brought in, they're not like well-known talent. You're not bringing like a J.J. Watt or a T.J. Watt or a freaking Aaron Donald to dominate the line. But at the same time, these players, they have done stuff in the NFL already. Grady Jarrett was great last season as a defensive tackle or right end, whatever he was playing last season. I think he was defensive tackle. You add Calais Campbell, who also can get sacks and get to the quarterback as well. Bud Dupree, who's a stud in the middle linebacker spot. AJ Terrell and also Jeff Okubo on both sides. I think this defense is going to be a problem this season. And I don't think anyone really realizes what the Falcons actually did, and they kept it under the radar and really hush-hush this season. Let's go to the standings. Not standings. Let's go to the schedule and see what I predict for them this season. So here's my prediction for the Falcons schedule this season. I'm going an average of 12-5, a ceiling of 13-4, and a floor of 8-9. And I really much believe in this defense. Now, I know some people are going to be like, well, Wolf, on your Saints video, you said that the Saints might have a good defense, but like you don't believe in Derek Carr, and you are 100% right. The difference I have is I actually have faith in Desmond Ridder, and I have no hate towards Desmond Ridder or towards Derek Carr, but Derek Carr at least proved in the NFL already that he couldn't do it with Devontae Adams. I at least have no proof that Desmond Ridder can't do it. So that's the main difference here of why I have the Falcons going so good this season. Let's talk about the wins. I have them beaten Carolina, beaten the Packers, and beaten the Lions in the 3 weeks, and then they lose in a close game and a close contest to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They beat the Texans week 4, lose to Washington, beat the Bucks, beat the Titans, beat the Vikings, and then they beat the Cardinals in a close contest, beat the Saints, lose to the Jets, lose to the Bucks, lose to the Panthers, go on a big end the losing streak off by beating the Colts in a close contest, beat the Bears, and then beat the Saints to end the season. That is my prediction for the Falcons. Let's go to the final closing statements. So my closing statement for the Falcons is they rebuilt this defense from the ground up, and I think this defense is going to be monstrous, just like the Saints defense is going to be this season. I think they legit have the good shot at winning the NFC South this year. I think that they're going to actually do win the NFC South this year, and they're actually my bold prediction to win the NFC South this year. I might be taking a little bit of a bias rate here because, I mean, Derek Carr is more the proven quarterback or this, that, and the other, but I just don't believe in him myself, per se. But it's a two-headed race, in my opinion, between the Falcons and the Saints in the NFC South this year, and I think one of those teams is going to come out on top and victorious here this season. Now, for the Falcons themselves, I think they're in the right direction. If Desmond Ridder proves to be the quarterback that everyone is saying he might be in Atlanta, then the sky's the limit, right? I say that a lot for all these teams, that the sky's the limit, but it really is. Any team in the NFL in a few years can be so great in this, that, and the other. They just need to build around the right people, and if Desmond Ridder is the guy, then he's going to be the guy, and it's going to be hard to stop him in the NFL for the next few years if the Falcons build it right. Which I think they built it right. They have Kyle Pitts around them. They have Drake London. They drafted that stud running back, Robinson, who should be a stud just to deal with in general. So I expect a lot of good things coming from the Falcons this season. But guys, that's just my prediction and my opinions on the Falcons this year. You guys might have something different. You guys can leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like the content just in general, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Also, go follow me on Twitch in the panels below. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. Oh, tomorrow we'll talk about the NFC North. Yeah, that division Rodgers used to run. I'll see you guys later. Out. Peace.